Alright, here we go. Case Pineapple. York's room. Also, he was in like a public place wearing his PJs? Oh, hello, sir. Sorry, can I just, I want to get to the craft services. I like lobster bisque for breakfast. 4 axes and 3 rifles. I can't talk to any of these people.
A gift for you.
Well, thank you very much, Evil Vice President, for gifting a tier 1 sub. It was given to Nameless. I thought that was loading a cutscene. That was just loading, leaving the room. Oh no, it is kind of a cutscene. Okay. We're in room 205, 203, something like that, I think that said. I'd like to get dressed before I explore. Is there like a dash button, or is this my... There's a crouch button. This is a mirror? Sweet Jesus. Hang on. PS2, PS1, PS2, PS1. I don't know if those masks really fit the era. When was the last time I saw a working mirror in a video game? In terms of like a super weird one, Arkham Asylum.
Sang Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now.
Pork.
Don't you, Zack? I think it's about time.
That's music from Deadly Premonition 1.
Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
What?
Even with the help of the drugs, a feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto. I know, Zack, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
You don't need sleep, you need answers. Evidence organization start. That's a wall.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
How does he know what she looks like? We haven't even done any like research.
Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Zucare. And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zack.
Evidence organized. Okay.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zack. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was...
Is that the one that starred Leonardo DiCaprio?
An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films.
Yeah, no.
Are you following me here? This is another special film
yes.
setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zack. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of
He's just making fun of Michael Bay.
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zack?
Probably heard the completion jingle from the first game as well. He who knocks. Link board has been unlocked. Look at all the exclamation marks though. Right, we'll answer the door first, but what the hell is this?
Hey there, Chef.
What is he
What's cooking?
wearing?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
Oh, this is like the first one where one person runs every role in the hotel,
I just
right?
heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Lucare is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square in French.
Fact check that, chat. Is that true?
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful,
Sure,
valuable,
okay.
and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it.
I mean, I could already
Now,
tell it was a
please
square.
Excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Did you see that, Zack? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I
What
can
does that
understand
even
it.
mean?
Remember what they say. The job makes the man.
Pineapple Lobby. Wait, the hotel is called Pineapple? Is that what it is? Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, so that's my storage box. Got it. Is there anything in it already? Oh, there is. Rubber bullets. First aid kits. Coca-Cola. I will leave that in there for emergencies. Wait, no, that's what's on my person. This was in the box. Alright, fair enough. That's for changing so we don't become a stinky agent, presumably. Yep, we still have to shower and whatnot. I better not end up seeing York's dong. Thank you, Lost Compass, for 28 months in a row with Twitch Prime, and you're very welcome. I wish you the best of luck with your invention. The man's got Vulcan ears. Wait, what? Yeah, if you don't shower, you become a stinky agent. Assuming it's the same as the first one. Okay, let's save. Inside certain facilities around the town can be used whenever you wish. Saving often will definitely help your investigation go more smoothly. I concur. Although I did say there was an autosave, but it's better safe than sorry. It did look like Namor, you're right. Or Namor, however you pronounce his name.
Do you feel that, Zack? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. A faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zack, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
He realizes that's a painting, right? Wait, was that a painting? Or was that a mirror?
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
Yeah, I want that
See
in
what's
Discord
far
for
in the
a quote
distance,
to
but
add
are
later.
blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away.
I feel like more people would go to Louisiana if they knew they had talking voodoo paintings
Zoomed away from what?
with Baron Samedi on them.
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
Hungan.
Hunga. Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zack. Here we go.
Fell 10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Thank you for the distraction bits from that. Isn't that right, Zack? Yes.
Looks like we've already taken our first step in.
How high are all of us at the moment? There's no need for a high. We have a deadly
Such is our
premonition too.
duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zack.
He means let's capture the murderer. Okay, in the reflection of the mirror during that cutscene, this gentleman was bald. I mean, he's skinhead, I think, kinda. I'm pretty sure in the reflection of that cutscene, he was definitely entirely bald. Oh, hey, Dracula poster. That's definitely something this hotel would have in 2005.
Zack, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's.
Okay.
Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very
I don't know,
same
try in a
feeling
second.
I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams. 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
He does like talking about his movies.
Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zack.
I do indeed. But it drains, though. So that's for drinking food once we need some. My god, it's a square.
Zack, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Okay. But hey, it unlocked the map.
Zack, what did you think of Hungun's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
Oracle decryption
Now let's
start.
start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now, where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and...
Wonder.
Where? Alexis's Diner in Lane. This is it, Zack. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zack. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zack. Yes. 0 degrees
So the
Fahrenheit
fire station then.
is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. Very funny, Zack.
Or not.
Now it's time to get serious. You already know the answer.
Do I?
The answer is temperature,
Uh-huh.
Zack. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7
Which one of
degrees
these,
Celsius,
other than the fire station,
and 0 degrees
connect to
Celsius
temperature?
is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. The Clarkson Food
Okay.
Delivery Services cold storage
I mean, that's where the
warehouse.
body was found, so I guess that's why you would pick that.
That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zack. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
We got $10. Oh wow, we had 600 already.
And how about that Hungun? What a mysterious character.
Oh, was it
His
misspelled? I didn't
oracles
notice.
may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
He's going for a cigarette.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're dying to smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more,
It's
nothing
easy,
less.
he's a psychopath.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zack. It just screams deep south, actually.
Someone pretending to be three different roles screams deep
This
south.
is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Dear lord.
I'll play by your rules.
So we have to go between 8 and 7 for one of them. The other one is whenever. Okay. I can't believe they used the same OST for... Oh, hang on. Oh, that's the bellboy. You know what? I'm done talking to him. Should we go to the diner first or the food processing facility? Sorry, diner slash bowling alley. You want to see York get that smoke? Okay, fine. I'll try and get to the parking lot first. Well, the first game established the red tree is like a demonic entity that does evil things. Like FK in the coffee. It's taking a really long time to load. Don't tell me it crashed. Nope, just really struggling. There, he got a cigarette.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is.
Shush, Sora. It's just York
In
having a
fact,
conversation
it's
with Twitter.
tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
Cold dead eyes.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with
Yes.
you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zack. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zack. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zack, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
This is very normal. Perfectly normal. Okay. Oh, there is a run button, finally, thank you. Melee attack is ZR. Red room is X. Where's the child so I can punch it? Oh, she ran off. Well, I can see what they mean about the frame rate. That's pretty bad. Okay, that's run. Red room. That would not be the red room, that would be the skateboard. Get off. Okay, so it's the same. This is a pause menu. It runs at a stable 15. You wish.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Wonder if there's any relevance to all the names that are red in each person's name.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one.
Very framey one too, with very little anti-aliasing.
Folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like.
All pigs must die in the city of wolves.
What?
Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
CLG?
Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zack, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI.
What's with this camera angle?
So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh?
Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Oh dear, oh dear.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So
Just to be clear, this is her father, right? That's what she said?
Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Well, Zack, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent.
He likes
You already
talking with his
figured that
hands.
much
No, well, not
out.
even talking with hands, just pointing with them.
But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zack? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that?
Awkward laugh.
Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
I didn't follow
Management
this
company only
conversation at
keeps
all.
the
He was
warehouse
worried that he
open
wanted to
during
go see it.
certain hours. So
He
you'll
worked
have to
out where it
come during
was and
those
then
hours.
was happy that he
I
wants
ain't
to go
looking
see
create
it.
Any further disturbances. So be on time.
Is it because they don't
Yeah?
have a morgue for some reason?
Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Yeah, but don't go bowling first. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. We had our cigarette. Sort of, but then a little lady kept talking at us. Mission 12, Mission 4. So which is which? I want Mission 12 first. There's markers everywhere though, like what the hell is all this? Hang on, what button? X. Please tell me they've improved the map. Because the map is really, really bad in the other one. Okay, so that just indicates the bridge. Alright, that's fine. They could have just let me, like, get a car or something. I've already forgotten which mission it was. 12? Oh, there's a cutscene.
Hey, you.
No, this is good bad so far. Like, really good bad.
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are
Shit,
you?
she's on to us.
Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the
That's not the
psychology
thing
of
you
the
say.
criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you?
Absolutely not.
You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zack. It's a private matter. Zack, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
No. Direction is this main quest, side quest. Oh good, it's the same icon for main quest and side quest in case you're curious. Waypoint, landmarks. Well, I hope you can keep up with my... Oh god, the frame rate is so bad. Oh, also my skateboard has durability, it seems.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for, at least. It's nice that he made up his own nickname for me and all, but it sounds kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Now that name's got a ring to it. I like it. How about Zack and I call you Patty from here on out?
Do whatever you like. Weird.
I don't know if she was on a skateboard. Look at this car. Oh, look, it's the Mafia Man. That's a hearse?
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Yeah, Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Alexis has been... Okay, the other locations to visit. But we're going in here first. Wait. You're right, that is a hearse. Also, let's save. With the frame rate this bad, I feel like it's constantly on the verge of going to explode. What does it mean no data? I already saved once. Where's my save? Oh, there's all saves down there. I'm not sure what she's wearing. So the real question is, do we just eat here or do we bowl? It's a one-lane bowling alley? Sit down a minute, I want to read this sign. Special sale for sunburned customers only. Can you get sunburned in this game? Okay. I kind of like the wall art though. Looks neat. That's a hell of a bowling ball. Please miss and then like have an absolutely foul mouth.
10 maidens, Zack. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Oh my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
Wait, her surname's the
Sorry,
same as
honey,
the guy at
but you
the
can't smoke
hotel.
in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh my lord. Well, ain't that something?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Still does that,
Everyone's
huh?
called me that.
Oh my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
We have a plucky sidekick, don't worry, I'm sure she'll die soon.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display.
On the
Our
table?
world these days feels a bit cold to me.
Is it at least
you know?
laminated?
Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zack, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow,
How tall?
as tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know
FK
just
in the
about
coffee?
everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny, too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zack, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! Oh, I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zack.
Oh, there's a missing poster back
This
there.
is
Was
why
that there
never
when I
tire
went
of
over there?
small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
Can't tell if developer or FK in the coffee. Wow, the walk speed is just fast enough, I think. The run speed is a bit too fast.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one.
Yeah, Fatso from the first one is FK.
You came out here.
I don't remember what the FK stands for, but that's his name.
I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Everyone else does.
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting
Kaysen.
someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal.
Although it wasn't spelled
One
like
even
that.
predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh no! Oh,
We started tracking the red letters. It
could
wouldn't
you
surprise me if
stand
it
a
started
bit
spelling
closer to
inspection.
me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years. I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again.
I must admit I wasn't paying attention to what this lady is saying. Did she turn to the dark arts to make sure she doesn't get a gutter ball in bowling?
While others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zack. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not.
For some reason I had to allow you to say that. Rather Hitmon.
I haven't given
You're not
it
allowed
up
to say crazy
once
women on
ever
Twitch.
Since my husband passed away over a
Like
decade
someone try and write crazy man, see if
ago.
that's
Never
also
break my promise
not allowed.
to him.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me.
That face is fantastic.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zack, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane. Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
What? Find a way to get Miss Carpenter to let you use the bowling lane. Presumably just talking to her wouldn't work.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind?
This isn't your restaurant, bitch. You don't get to hog the bowling lane.
Holy mother of bowling balls.
Bizarre prayer, also.
That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zack, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent.
This is a voodoo puzzle to get the chance to bowl.
Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh yes, a great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The Mirror?
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Sounds like we need to go there to find some kind of anti-old lady bowling
Zack,
thing.
this is it. Erzuli Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be
Power
able
Stone
to
was a
find
good game.
something
I love that
capable
game.
of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
Sure. I would like to get something to eat first of all, though. Okay, yes. Did I speak to you?
What'll it be, honey?
Order X.
Is this place a bowling alley or a restaurant?
Oh, my Lord, what's wrong, honey? Can't tell the difference? It says restaurant right there on the outside.
How do you explain that then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. Convenient, ain't it? If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter to open up the lane for you. But if
Turkey
you
sandwich
just
with
wanna
jam and
eat,
crisps.
then
Or no,
all
it was
you
cereal.
need to do is call my
Cornflakes.
name. Got it?
Shrimp and... hang on. Shrimp and grits, duck hash, chocolate sundae. I want sliced up duck fried with veggies, please. Sounds nice. Oh, we don't want to do a cutscene of him eating food.
What do you think of my Cajun food, honey?
No complaints here. No wonder you call this restaurant the best Louisiana's got to offer.
It may also be the only one.
Oh, my Lord. Ain't that nice of you? I'm sure glad to hear you like Cajun flavor.
York always has green
It's nothing
eyes.
like that Creole
Zack has a
food.
blue eye and a green
And I'll
eye.
be damned if it isn't the
Or
best
blue and
eating you'll find
red?
this
I don't
side of
remember
the
that.
Mississippi.
Hold on just one moment, Alexis. I always thought that both Creole and Cajun food were staples of the South. Am I misunderstanding something?
Not at all, honey. Cajun and Creole food are both staples of the South. They both have roots in French cooking, of course. But Creole cooking just ain't my cup of tea. Sauces of France combined with cooking methods brought in from Africa, mixed in with Spanish influences and Italian-style
That time it
tomato
was eBay.
sauce. Huh. When you smush all that together, you can't even tell what it is no more. Cajun food is pure and solid. The Acadians who settled in Canada brought it here from France in the 1600s.
Well, you didn't sign up for a lesson on southern cuisine, but you're getting it whether you like it or not.
Then the British chased them off their land and they ran all the way down here. They walked straight across America, north to south. Finally, they found a safe haven right here in southwest Louisiana. Whew, we got everything you'd ever want here. Fresh fish, wildlife, even veggies and fruit. They used their knowledge of French cooking and added some spice and herbs. Whew, and then they threw in fresh local ingredients to create what we know as Cajun cuisine.
Interesting. Now I understand what you mean about the Cajun and Creole food being completely different. But I still insist that both are shining examples of delicious local food. Roots and history aren't that important, are they?
Hello,
My
Froglar.
Lord, you don't get it, do you, honey? Lately, there are shops all over the place calling themselves Cajun, Creole, or whatnot. but all they serve is a hot mess of different ingredients loaded with spices. And the tourists ain't none the wiser. I just hate feeling like folks are getting the wrong impression about Cajun food.
I get it now. According to your interpretation, Creole food is contributing to that wrong impression.
You bet it is. That's why I always make sure to teach all my customers what's what.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and walk away now if you don't mind. Perfectly normal conversation.